It's our last morning here in Naxos, and I'm off to photograph a sunrise. The other day I photographed from the door to Apollo's temple. Today I want to return to a place I was the other night at sunset that I didn't vlog. I'm not sure it's the perfect location, but I think it's a good one. And I want to talk about the image I made when I wasn't vlogging because it's one of my favorites for a while. And yeah, I guess it's just up here, a little bit more hiking to do. Sunrise a couple videos ago, I was out at Apollo's door shooting into town. Today, I'm gonna be shooting from the waterfront out towards Apollo's door. But there's also, I think maybe potentially a photo that way depending on what happens with this light. So I guess I'm gonna unpack. I'm not sure this is gonna work out the way I was hoping it would, just because the light's not working the way I was hoping it would. The sea is perfect for what I wanted. I'm getting a little bit of crashing waves that way, but it's just really, really bluebird. And then there's a lot of cloud on the horizon, so the sky is extremely dull. So I'm gonna stick it out though. I'm gonna stick it out and see what I can do. What I'm trying to do is I've got a long lens on. I've got the 100 to 400 on, and I got the sea crushing up against this wall here with lots of rocks. And then I've got Apollo's door up on the top. And with some clouds, I think it could look really, really dramatic with like sort of a 1 second exposure. Talk about something super quick. Whenever I go out and shoot seascapes, I get minimum one comment, usually 5 or 6 up to 20, saying you're doing it wrong, you're doing this wrong, your exposure's too long. So how long should your shutter speed be when you're shooting a seascape like this, or anyone for that matter? And the answer is however you want it to be. The beauty of photography is we get to create an image that's unique to us and our style. We get to create an image that exudes the mood that we want to exude. If you're trying to create this dreamy, soft, ethereal image that has smoky water, yeah, 30-second, 60-second exposure is amazing. If you want to capture a really dramatic, sharp image that shows crashing waves, 1/1000th can work. If you want to kind of do a dramatic, moody image that shows the wildness of the seascape but also some motion, something like a ½ second or 1 second. But the truth is, there's no right or wrong answer. And you should never, ever tell a photographer they're doing something wrong, you should have done this, you should have done that. Instead of telling photographers you should do this, you should do that, go out and do it. Go out and create the images you want to create. Go out and capture the world the way you want it captured. There's no right or wrong way to do photography. The sun's officially up, but there's a lot of cloud on the horizon. There's also these mountains, and I think this scene just needs light. I think wherever that sun is, I think I just needed to get above this mountain or above these clouds on the horizon, because the scene is so dull and the colors are so flat. But I want to talk about how I'm making this photo. I am doing a 1 second exposure. Right now I've got a 3-stop ND on. I'll change that ND as I need to based on how bright it gets. And then I've got the 3-stop hard grad ND. When you're using a telephoto lens like the 100 to 400, a hard grad filter is way softer than it is on a wide angle lens. So in this situation, it's soft enough for this, for this image. Sun's up behind me, which means that I still don't have light in the sky, but it's catching the top of the temple, which looks great. And then I've decided on about a 1/2 second exposure here, and I'm just watching the sea to see when a set's coming in. It's pretty calm right now, actually. Okay, here comes the set. I've set to 1/2 second f11, and here it comes. And I'm just like spraying and praying there, holding the shutter down as the set hits the waves, or the rocks. And something in there should hopefully have caught, something in there should have worked. I'm all packed up, I've left the beach and I'm heading back towards the hotel. I kind of want to talk about another image I took that I didn't vlog. A couple days ago, I shared my hero video, and what happened that day is basically the weather was terrible. It looked like it was going to be terrible. It was overcast, it was dreary, there was some wind, like crazy amounts of wind. And it was stormy, and it was one of those days that was probably gonna be a bust photography day. All indications, all prep, everything said this is gonna be a bust photography day. Yeah, there might be some drama from the wind and storm, but other than that, it's probably gonna be a bust. So I decided I need a new trailer for my channel. My trailer's been up there for like 6 months, so I wanted to go out and shoot a hero video about what photography means to me. And so I went out to shoot this video. I didn't bring all my gear with me. I just brought my 16 to 35 and 100 to 400. And I kind of just went out to a location that wasn't a great photo location, but would look really good on the video. And then out of nowhere, the light just exploded. The sun punched through the horizon. It lit up the sea. The sea kind of had this orangish red color all over it. It was just beautiful. And because I was out there to shoot the hero video rather than photography, I didn't have the right lens, I wasn't in the right spot, but I think because of that, it just worked. I pulled out the 16 to 35, which was too wide. I shot straight into the sun from a distance at a spot that was the wrong location. But because of all those things happening, the image is different. The image has its own uniqueness. I pulled like a 1 second exposure. I got this dreamy mood to it, along with the dramatics because of the wind and wild weather. And I think that might actually be one of my top 5 favorite images so far of 2018. I love that photo. So I kind of wanted to talk about it today, even though I didn't shoot that image today. As for right now, I'm heading back to the hotel. Jody and I have to pack up because today we're leaving the island.
Back to me. How could I let you go? How could I let you go? How could I let you go? You're my trouble.
The quad's all packed up, but we don't leave here until about 2 in the afternoon. We got kicked out of the hotel because of checkout time, not because we were misbehaving. And we've just come on a little bit of a drive to see these really rowdy dogs and just to check out some of the beaches. Jody and me aren't really beach bums at all. We kind of like going to the beach for 5 minutes, an hour. So we got time. I thought we'd whip around to some of the beaches. This one has all these kite surfers and it's awesome. headed back to Crete. I'm all sorts of sunburned.
Swept away. You're my tropical storm. Swept away. Swept away.
We're back in Heraklion at the apartment, and it was fun. Naxos was amazing. It was fun. I was very concerned about my sunburn situation when we left, though. Totally blanked on sunscreen, but seems fine. And I think that's it. I'll see you tomorrow on the next vlog right away, starting with some fun because the Canon EOS R is being announced. And I'm so stoked for that. So I'll have my thoughts on that camera on the next episode. I'll see you there. Peace.